Axolotucans are creatures native to riverside areas of the jungle. They tend to live alone before finding a mate and settling with them up until the birth of their offsprings. Axolotucans tend to lay 2 to 3 eggs at a time. After all eggs are hatched, mother Axolotucan leaves the nest and father is left to feed and raise his children. It's quite an unusual phenomenon for the mother to leave its offspring, but Axolotucans are one of those unusual creatures. Their favorite meal is apanas, fruit that is usually found on tall trees near their nests and its surroundings. Even though Axolotucans are herbivores, they tend to eat wasans. Wasans make colonies in the ground, so Axolotucans have to dig ground near big rocks to find them. For eating, they use their long and thin tongues. Earth around wasans' nests are quite nutritious, so Axolotucans tend to eat them covered with a little bit of soil. Wasans are quite aggressive and, as said, live in huge colonies, so Axolotucans have to choose specific times for feasting. Because of their long tails, Axolotucans are great swimmers. In fact, they spend most of the day in the rivers submerged up until their beaks. Having a long neck and a beak helps them to breathe while floating. They adore water and especially love the period from the end of the spring to the start of the summer season. Water tends to be the warmest at that time. In the winter and autumn seasons, they don't go fully in the water, but only put half of their body in it. Their lower side is covered with a thicker fur than their front body areas, so colder waters don't bother them. Axolotucan babies are called chicks. Their gestation period lasts for 20 to 22 days. After that, they are born blind, but because Axolotucans lay their eggs at the bottom of the rivers, chicks are able to swim. The rivers they live in are predatory less, so their eggs have nothing to fear. Babies are usually around 1 kilogram when born and tend to grow up to 5 kilograms in just a couple weeks. Axolotucan's lifespan is around 30 to 40 years, but there are records of some Axolotucans reaching 50 years, but that's an extreme rarity. Male Axolotucans mate once in their lifetime, but females tend to mate twice or sometimes 3 times. Axolotucans are not aggressive and if approached calmly won't run away, but they still will be careful with everyone, especially if you stumble upon their nests, and especially if babies are still in the nest age, which lasts for about 6 months after birth. While in their nest age, they are fed with apanas only. After 6 months, they slowly start to learn how to hunt wasans, and at about 1 year of age, can easily hunt alone. Okay, this was actually quite fun. My mouth hurts from all of this talking. At first I had no idea what to do with them. I was okay with toucan and anteater, but axolotl made everything a bit harder, and I was a bit scared and a bit lost. But hey, creatures are fun for that reason, to find a way to combine 2 or 3 or even more real-life beings at once. Axolotucan's head was quite a nice shape to play with, but that tail was just like too good to not use. Plus, anteaters, if you know, have fuzzy tails already, and giving this creature the ability to swim was also the aftermath of that tail. It's like, overall, this is too much fun. Honestly, I was not sure that I'd have so much fun thinking and designing this creature and coming up with the ideas of how this creature behaves and what they do and how their quote-unquote families work. All of those ideas came during and after the design process, and it was so much fun. I had to even find how long does the normal toucan's gestation period go and how long do their chicks, and if you didn't know, toucans call their baby chicks, well, not toucans, humans call toucans baby chicks. Their gestation period lasts for 6 months, not 6 months, 16 to 18 days about, and they also spend 6 months in their nests as a babies, and they are both born blind. So those real facts actually gave me ideas. And you know what's fun about doing creatures is that you find not only about creatures like designing stuff, doesn't even matter if it's a character or a creature or environment, you learn something new, and that's the best part probably, learning how the real words work, how the real world works. Because on my own I would not go and search around to find what toucan's babies are called, whatever. Anyhow, I'm glad I finally find. I'm glad. Made no sense with that sentence. I'm glad I finally found what I really love to do. Now, all I have to do is sharpen up my designing skills and find quote-unquote my way for painting those creatures, which means tons of sketching and painting. I am really excited! I can't wait for next creature. I have like 2 more creatures lying around that I will do. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, no, I do remember one of those creatures, I mean, 3 of those like real life animal, fish, birds that will combine in that specific creature. I cannot wait. I think what I will do is I want to keep this train going for sure. I will try to design not 1 but 2 creatures at a time, so the video is not it has more excitement, okay? Somehow. And I'm so excited for the next creature that I might even make a baby version for that creature, because trust me, it's gonna be so cool. I don't know if it's gonna be adorable, because I mean I don't tend to make adorable stuff, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, if you want to give me some ideas about what or which, I should say, animal, fish, and bird should I combine, jump on my Instagram. The links, all of my socials are down below. Also, you can write them down in the comment section, because you know the usual YouTuber stuff, like, comment, subscribe. That helps me, and I appreciate it all. And I guess I'm gonna see or talk with you next week. Bye! They tend to live alone before finding a mate and setting them with Okay. They tend to live alone. Shit. In the winter and autumn seasons. In the winter and autumn. I'm laughing at my own bloopers. Jesus.